Hey, you guys, apologies for being a couple of minutes late. Thank you for your patience. I am Angela W. Stillwell, creator and founder and CEO of Untapped Strengths. And if you hear that dinging in the background, I have been on chat trying to figure out why this app was not going live. So, anyway, we are live now, and I wanted to. Today, I want to talk about something that I was on a call with Eileen Wilder a couple of days ago, and she said something that it was a great encapsulation of a lot of the work that I do with clients. And she was talking about ability versus capacity. And speaking from a leadership standpoint, we all have the ability to step into our leadership. And our capacity to step into our leadership is usually much further beyond where we are. And when I'm talking about leadership, I'm talking about our personal leadership, right? So that ability versus capacity. Now you'll hear some people use the word capability, but your ability is where you are now, the muscles you're using now. Think about it in fact, let me read the definition. So ability is the talent, skill, or proficiency in a particular area. Okay. Capacity, however, is the max amount contained or produced. So there was a study that was done. I can't remember the name of the book, but they were studying athletes and how much more capacity they had than what they believed they were. Like when their bodies were absolutely ready to shut down, or when they thought their bodies were absolutely ready to shut down, reality was their brain was telling them to shut down, but yet their muscles still had another 20 to 40% capacity to compete. And these were, I believe it was with cyclists. Man, I wish I could remember the name of that book. So what they found was if they could get them to go beyond what their brain was telling them to do, which was their brain was telling them to stop, you're going to die, you can't breathe, you need oxygen, you're tired, you're ready to quit. And reality was that if they could get them through that thought process, then they still had another 20 to 40% capacity to compete. And that's true for you and me in pretty much everything we do in life. Pretty much everything we do in life, there is a greater capacity to achieve at a level higher, bigger, wider, deeper, whatever, than where we currently are. And when I'm working with clients, I'm constantly helping them push up against those thoughts that are in their heads, right? And some of what I've seen is people have, once they do that, then their income expands, their client numbers expand, their energy expands, their relationships improve. It's pretty amazing to be witness to that. And I've recently put together something that I would love for you to be able to get a copy of. And if you're interested in getting a copy of it, you can put your name and email in the comments on whichever platform it is that you're watching on, or you can send a DM and just let me know that you would love access to this report. But in this report, in this book, what I have put together is 13 strategies for getting beyond the blocks that are keeping you where you are. And, is this all of the ways to get beyond it? No. But this gives you a process. It gives you a process to walk through and think about where you are in each of the areas that I touch on in this book. So, if 13 is your lucky number, or if it's your unlucky number, great. That's fantastic. There are 13 different tactics in that particular book. So if you're interested in getting a copy of that, I'd love to get that to you. You can just say that's me in the comments and we will get back with you on whichever platform, right? This is going out on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and I can't remember where else. So make sure that you do that. But let's get back to this ability versus capacity thing. So in everything, like I said, in everything that we do, there was a maybe a child, their capacity is to become a chef, or their desire is to become a chef. Well, the first thing, they have to build their abilities, right? They have to learn to cook, and then they keep expanding their ability to get to that place of being a chef. And you guys, I am right there in the middle of this with you. I am in the middle of this with you. In fact, right now, between now and the first week of January, I'm doing an 8-week challenge with Dr. Benjamin Hardy. And I'm loving the challenge and I'm hating it at the same time, because every single day we are challenging ourselves to expand beyond where we currently are. We're looking at 10xing every area of our lives. We've picked a few areas to really focus in on. And what that requires you to do is get beyond that voice that says, you know what, you're tired, you're done, you've hit full capacity. And reality is, I've not hit full capacity, and neither has anyone else that is in the challenge. So, we all get to remember that our capacity is so much greater. Our capacity to heal is so much greater. Our capacity for fitness is so much greater. Our capacity for for loving and for friendships and for business relationships, and our capacity for our leadership, and our capacity for business, for every aspect of your life. Your capacity is so much greater than where you are right now. Okay. So when you think about where you are, where you're going versus where you want to go, know that your capacity is way beyond, it's probably beyond where you're wanting to go, right? You're thinking of where you want to go based on where you are right now. And I love, obviously, in doing this challenge with Dr. Benjamin Hardy, I've been reading and listening a lot to both him and to Dan Sullivan. And I think I mentioned a few weeks ago, I was in Dan Sullivan's strategic coach program 20 plus years ago now. And so I've been in this environment for a long time of continually expanding, continually improving, continual personal development, continual leadership improvement for a long time. And I was in that realm before that, but I've been in this realm of Dan Sullivan and now Benjamin Hardy for quite some time. And, when we look at where we're wanting to go, so often we are comparing ourselves to something outside of ourselves. And that keeps us from getting where we want to go. Okay. Because there's a gap, right? We're looking at, someone who's just starting to play basketball and they compare themselves to, Steph, or to my mind is drawing a complete blank at the moment. Michael Jordan, but he's not playing anymore. But if they're comparing themselves to these top echelon players, then there's this huge gap, right? And so what we get to do is have that comparison within. Yes, we can have them we can have those external goals outside of us to set our own goals, right? But it's not about comparing ourselves to that. It's about going, okay, well, if so-and-so can achieve XYZ, then there's a possibility I can get there too. Then what you do is you compare yourself to where you have been, right? So your past, it's not about beating yourself up. Okay. Your past is just informing where you are right now. It's not defining, it's informing where you are. And then you look to where you want to go based on what your goals are, and you let that pull you. You let your future self pull you to get there. And the biggest thing that is going to keep you from getting from where you are to where you want to go, to where you're going and then where you're wanting to go, right? The biggest thing that's keeping you from doing that is your brain, the obstacles that your brain puts up. And your brain is going to put up obstacles in every area. Time management, money, other resources. Your brain is phenomenal at keeping you right where you are. And it does that for a reason. Your brain, you guys, if you've listened to me, you know that I have said over and over and over again, your brain is great at keeping you safe. Your brain is great at keeping you right where you are. That is what it was designed to do. It was designed to meet the status quo. It was designed to keep you safe. Yes, there are aspects of your brain that are all about creation and expansion, because that's why we have the imagination. That's why we have all of that. Our creator gave us that capability to create beyond where we currently are. And there's that piece about safety. The problem is that piece on safety is still running the same operating system that it ran when we were running from saber-toothed tigers. And so that's a piece that we get to expand beyond. And that takes a concerted effort to do that. It takes a conscious effort to do that. So hopefully you will sign up for that report and you'll get some great stuff out of it. I know that you will get some great stuff out. That's not a hope. When you get this report, this book, you're going to get some great deals. Now, I was on a call with someone yesterday, and they actually pulled it up while we were on the call, and they were like, "Oh my God, this is a lot in here." Yes, it is a lot. Don't get overwhelmed by it. It's something that you can take one piece at a time. You don't have to do all of it at once. You get to do it a piece at a time. So put "that's me" in the comments, and we will get back with you to make sure that you get the link so you can get your copy downloaded of this ebook, and or send a DM, and we'll make sure that you get the link for it. Okay. All right. You guys have a fantastic day. Again, thank you for your patience on the delay and the technology issues in hopping online with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. And here we are, we're moving into the holiday season and a season of gratitude. I mean, we get to be in gratitude all the time. We are officially moving into, in the United States, Thanksgiving is next week. And yes, I'll still be having my live show next week, even though it's during the holidays. So thank you. Thank you for your patience today. Thank you for being part of this audience. Thank you for joining me on these weekly live calls, whether you're joining live or whether you watch the replay. Thank you. I just want to thank you for being part of my world. And so this ebook is just a gift from me to you. So if you would love a copy of that, I would love for you to put your name or "that's me" in the comments, and or send me a DM, and I will see you all next week. And in the meantime, have a phenomenal week. Be thinking about how your past is informing where you are, but not dictating where you currently are, and is definitely not dictating your future, because your past and your future only exist in your mind. No one else has access to it unless you choose to share it with them, and they still don't have access to all the details. So the only place that the past exists is in your mind. You're still choosing whether or not you're going to live based on the past. That's your choice. Hopefully you will choose to shift it so that it serves you rather than works against you. All right, that's it, you guys. I'm out. Have a fantastic remainder of your week. Again, thank you for your patience and for your understanding in the delay in getting started today. And I will see you all next Wednesday for the weekly live show. Bye.